So you don't think you're deaf at all?
Nah, of course not.
Georgie?
I mean, there's no point in you mucking around the ears.
I'd say you're probably right.
Georgie, I was speaking to you and you didn't hear me.
You're trying to put something over me.
Miss Baxter, let me explain. If you've had a partial deafness since birth, you wouldn't know any different. You'd believe that everyone heard as you do. It already seems clear to me you have a limited range of hearing. We'd like to find out exactly how limited.
Let him examine you, Georgie. If you are hard of hearing and can be cured, it could make all the difference in the world to you.
All right.
Service here.
Right, Hamilton, on your feet.
What do you want with me?
You're going to solitary.
And it'll be for a long time. What have I done? What's the charge? Arson and malicious assault.
You can forget about your release tomorrow, Hamilton. Come on.
How you feeling?
No talking, Lizzie, you know that.
Look, I had nothing to do with that fire last night, Mrs. Morris. I've been set up.
I said no talking.
If you try to make some friends in here, you mightn't have been here now.
Lizzie!
Just going, Mrs. M. Have you heard anything of Evie?
No, I haven't.
Oh, hope she's not too bad. She wasn't a bad old stick, even though she did try to poison us.
We don't know that, Lizzie.
No, we don't know, do we, Mrs. M?
Any news?
Oh, well, no one's seen her, but her stuff's still in the cell.
Well, she can't have been moved to isolation.
Perhaps she's still in hospital.
My bet is she's still at the general.
Well, she would have had to been pretty crook for them to send her out like that.
Yeah, maybe. Something must have gone wrong. Shouldn't have hurt her.
Well, from what I saw of her cell, the mattress wasn't burnt, but the blankets were.
Yeah, well, I just hope it doesn't stop me getting out. It's really going to hit the fan now.
Hey, I just saw Sandy in the pound.
Oh, how's she taking it?
Pretty rotten.
Serves her right, bloody snoop.
Oh, fair go. She was due to get out tomorrow, same as me. You can't begrudge her that, even if she is a rat bag.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, the longer she stays in there, the better. At least she won't be writing that crap for the newspapers.
Here you are.
I suppose she had it coming.
Well, do you reckon she'll cop a charge?
Of course she will. She was the only one shooting her mouth off about the witch doctor.
And she was wearing that sweater. She'll go for sure.
Which means she's going to be hanging around a whole lot longer.
Mrs. Morris, can I have my phone call now, please?
All right, come with me.
Hey, any of you going for classes this Harvard?
Oh, yeah, I suppose so. At least gets us out of the laundry for a while.
This is a telecom recording. The number you have dialed is not connected. Please check the number before calling again.
No reply? Was the recording? Said it wasn't connected.
Oh, well, the phones are often going wrong. Why don't you try again later?
I wanted to catch Wayne before he left for work. I want him to pick me up tomorrow.
Well, where does he live?
Near Linville.
Well, that's not far from me. Look, do you want me to call in and give him a message?
Jeez, would you? That's real grassy, and Mrs. M, I'll write the address down for you. He reckons it's a really snazzy joint. Can't wait to see it. Be a mansion after this joint.
Hamilton, Mr. Fletcher.
I thought Mrs. Davidson...
Yes, she had to go to a departmental meeting. I'm acting governor.
Look, I had nothing to do with what happened last night.
Yes, so you said before. Who did?
Well, I truly don't know.
Well, all the evidence I have points to you. It was your jumper found soaked in the turps, and you're the only one that was actively against Randall.
Oh, what about Smith? Look, why would I do a thing like that when I'm due out of here tomorrow?
Some stupid idea of revenge.
Yes, thank you, Miss Bennett.
Look, it's the other women. They're all against me. They've set me up.
Who?
I don't know.
We're not here as detectives, Hamilton. I'll only act on the facts as I see them. Now, I could get the police in onto this, but the department prefers us to wash our own dirty linen.
Oh, and I'm the scapegoat?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, you're the one and only suspect. But let the VJ decide your guilt or innocence.
No, that's not fair. You know they won't own up to it.
Who?
Whoever it is who's done this. Look, they're afraid of me getting out because they think I might write a detrimental article about them.
Names?
It could be anyone.
Look, I'll tell you what I'll do, Hamilton. I wouldn't put it past some of the women in here to set this whole thing up. So I'll give you half a day out of solitary to try and find out who did it. Now, if you don't, the charge goes ahead. And you can say goodbye to getting out of here tomorrow, or for quite a while.
Thanks, Mr. Fletcher. I'll find out.
Well, you'd better. You can go now.
Wait outside. Do you think that was wise?
Maybe not. It's about the only way we've got of finding out what's at the bottom of all this.
What makes you so sure she didn't do it?
I'm not. But you've got to admit that the whole thing's pretty fishy. I mean, why should she jeopardize her chance of getting out of here just to get back at Randall? She could do far more damage by reporting the newspapers.
That type never acts logically.
Yeah, maybe not. But it won't do any harm to have her dig around for us. I mean, she's a journalist. She's used to ferreting out information. And this time she's fighting for her freedom.
I just heard Mrs. Powell and Mrs. Knox in the staff room. They reckon Evie's burned her face, hair and all.
Hell, she must have put her whole head in the box.
Oh, trust the stupid bitch to do something like that. She's probably trying to prove she can cure burns with dandelions.
Was she going to be all right, Lizzie? I don't know. They said she'd be in for a couple of days, so I suppose so.
Well, lucky that's all she's in for. Otherwise, Sandy would be up on a murder rap.
Malicious assault is just as serious, Smith. Oh, are you surprised to see your playmate back? Mr. Fletcher thought she might get lonely and solitary, so he's let her out to talk to you. Have fun.
What's that supposed to mean?
I didn't set that fire in Evelyn's cell.
Didn't you? So what?
Well, they're trying to pin it on me.
Oh, I get it. So Fletcher's let you out to play stool pigeon.
Being a lag is worse than being a journo.
Look, please, I need your help.
Well, that's rich.
If I don't get out of here tomorrow, I'll lose my job. I'll lose everything.
Oh, my heart bleeds for you. How about yours, Jude?
No, it doesn't, but I do get a bit of nuclear fallout every once in a while. Please, I'm desperate.
And what's in it for us?
Well, I came in here to write a story, and I'll write you one hell of a story. I'll write whatever you want. I'll write about this lousy place and the screws and the treatment and the knockbacks, everything.
Well, that doesn't sound like much. What do you say, girls?
No.
Look, it's all I've got to offer you, and I didn't do it.
Oh, I know that.
Then you know who did.
Nobody does anything in here that I don't know about. And meanwhile, why don't you do your share of work around here?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm Mrs. Morrison from Wentworth. Margot's got a message for you.
Oh. Oh, well, look, I'm really, really sorry. Please, come in.
It's just a message.
No, please, come in. Should take a shotgun. I'm sorry about the mess. I haven't had a chance to clean up.
Margot gets released tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. She'd like you to pick her up.
I'll be there.
Well, she tried to phone you.
Oh, yeah, it was cut off. The people who had the place before shot through without paying the bill. You won't tell Margaret, though, will you? Will you stay for a cuppa?
Oh, no, honestly, thank you. Margot's in for quite a few surprises. She thinks this place is a palace.
Oh, it's not a bad joint. I'll get it cleaned up.
Yes, well, I really think she'd appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well, I better go.
Oh. 9 o'clock tomorrow, then?
Yes.
I'll show you to the door.
Thank you.
Okay, Bee, spill it. What have you got planned for Sandy?
Well, I figure if we get her off the charge, we'll get her out of here and get ourselves some good press to boot.
Well, how are you going to do that? Dob us all in.
Oh, Fletch hasn't got a clue what happened. Otherwise, he wouldn't have let her out of the pound.
So?
So, Sherlock Smith here detects that Chickweed Randall did it to herself to convince the screws that we were after her. She wanted to get out of here.
They'll never accept that.
Well, they will if they find the Terps and the rope in Evelyn's cell.
Yeah, but if they've already searched the cell, they'll know it's a plant.
It's worth the risk. They still won't know who planted it.
So you're going to accept Sandy's offer?
Yeah, but we'll let her sweat it out for a while first. Well, well, but isn't the featherweight bashing champion of the world? Yay!
You hear that? Of course I can. You reckon I'm deaf? Huh. What are you laughing at?
Georgie, could I have a word with you?
What was all that about?
Well, I hate to say I told you so.
Yeah, you and the doc was right. I never knew.
I got the results of the tests you had this morning. The doctor thinks you've got glued ears. There's little bones in your ears. They've seized up and are not working properly. You've been partially deaf since birth. Now, you wait till you've had this operation, then you'll notice the difference.
Yeah.
I've spoken to the hospital and I've arranged it with the authorities. Now, you're in luck. They'll take you in tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Well, there's no time like the present. Anyone you'd like me to get in touch with?
Nah. Oh, you could call Mike.
Your boyfriend?
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking more of relatives, like your mum.
Oh, what would she care?
Well, surely she'd want to know.
She couldn't even be bloody bothered coming to me trial. She only cares about them girls. They bring money in.
Well, perhaps if I spoke to her.
Oh, don't be waste your time.
Well, okay. I'll see you later.
Yeah. Thanks. Hey, Peach, this op's okay, isn't it?
The doctor assures me it's simple. You know, the hospital's treating it like a routine case.
Oh, g'day. Granny asked me to
Just
drop
forget
in.
the granny business. We all know about your coded messages.
I had to tell him. Oh, Gary, I need your help.
All right, what's this about another charge?
Was this
No talking about prison business, Hamilton.
Gary, they're trying to pin an assault charge on me, and I had nothing to do with it.
When the hell did this happen? When they quarantined the place?
I panicked. I tried to escape, and then they threw me in this cell with all these sick women, and I thought that they were trying to make me sick so that I wouldn't write a story, right? And anyway, it turns out that it wasn't even contagious.
Well, what was it then?
I'm sure you'll find there was an official press release, Mr.
Come
Green.
on, this is ridiculous. Look, you just wait till you get out of here. And you can give us all the gen.
It could be months if this charge goes through.
Well, you only came in here on a 3-week sentence. The boss thought he'd have his story by now.
I know.
Well, he'll think you're not keeping your side of the bargain.
I know. That's why you've just got to help me. I mean, do something. Don't just leave me here.
Yeah, well, we can't get a story from you in here. Not with Big Brother watching all the time. I'll talk to the boss, and I don't think there's anything we can do.
Oh, Gary, try. Please try.
Yeah, all right.
Hey, Georgie.
What do you want?
It's lunchtime.
So what?
Aren't you gonna eat?
Rack off.
Hey, you should have more respect for an old codger like me. Oh. What's up, love?
All right.
Where'd you get to this morning? We all wondered where you'd gone.
Hospital.
Hospital?
I reckon I'm deaf.
Deaf?
I've got to have an operation to fix it.
Oh, is that what's upsetting you? Well, don't you worry. They can do marvels these days. Fancy you being deaf.
Oh, I ain't stone deaf. I've got what they call glued ears.
It's truth. And you never knew.
I've never been to hospital before. Not to have an operation. I've been there once after a rumble, but oh, this is different.
Yes.
All right, Smith, this better be good.
It's about Evelyn Randall.
What about her?
She been pestering you for a transfer out of here?
That's none of your business.
Yeah, well, I know that. But the women have been wondering why she's been acting so funny. And I thought if she'd told you that we were out to get her, well, that might explain it.
Explain what?
Why she needed the turps and the rope from the garden store.
Randall stole it?
I suppose so. She even swapped a packet of biscuits with Lil for an old candle stub. I don't know what she wanted it for.
All right, Smith, what's the story?
What do you mean?
I mean, why are you telling me this?
Oh, you have got a suspicious mind, Mr. Fletcher. Well, you think you've got Sandy pretty well sewn up for this, eh? Well, as you know, I am no crusader for justice, and at the moment, Sandy is at the bottom of my Christmas card list. But if you nail her for this, she's going to be around for a lot longer. And I don't think I could stand her whinging for another 12 months. She's been framed for something she didn't do.
You trying to tell me that Randall set fire to herself?
All I'm telling you is that she was seen with the rope and the turps.
No, I don't buy it, Smith. You're trying to cover for one of your cronies.
All right, Mr. Fletcher. Sir, you're the boss. I'm just telling you what happened. If you've got some reason for wanting to frame Sandy for this, well, that's up to you. I'll say no more.
You haven't been dismissed yet, Smith. Where's the rope and turps now?
Haven't got a clue. You haven't found it. I suppose Evelyn must have hidden it.
All right, you can go. And an answer to your question. Yes, Randall has been pushing for a transfer. I was just about to send for you.
Please, Mr. Fletcher, I haven't had enough time and I can't find anything out in solitary.
You won't have to. It seems you have more friends in here than you thought.
Hey, that's my pullover. Where did you get that?
From Evelyn Randall's cell. It seems she set herself alight to attract attention to get herself out of here. At least that's what your friend B. Smith wants us to believe.
Oh, and you don't?
No, I don't. But it's about the nearest thing we'll get to a reasonable explanation. Randall will deny it, of course.
Well, what about the charges against me?
Well, that's up to Mrs. Davidson. But I agree, it'd be pretty stupid for you to do it with your release coming up tomorrow. On the other hand, these things could well have been planted in Randall's cell.
Like the man said, you've got friends. And friends always keep their promises.
I swear, B, I'll write whatever you want.
Yes, well, we'll come up with something before you get out.
Hey, B. Thank you.
Georgie. I heard about your operation. I just wanted to wish you good luck, yeah?
Yeah? Ah.
Well, I didn't know you were deaf. I mean, nobody knew, you know, not even yourself, huh?
We've got to get Georgie to the hospital, Judy.
I know that. Look, I just wanted to say I'm really sorry for coming on a bit strong. I mean, I realize now you probably didn't hear me say I was gay, huh?
Oh, rack off, you old dyke.
Georgie, Judy was...
You wouldn't be bloody saying sorry if I was a little tart that gave into her.
I think she's a bit worried. I'll speak to her.
Where the bloody hell she got to?
The last time I saw her, she was in the showers.
I've never seen Margot spend so much time under the shower. This bloke of hers must really be something special.
Well, I just can't imagine her married.
She's not.
A good as. They've been living together for years.
Oh.
Wow, you'll have to give me the name of your hairdresser.
You know, I could go for her.
You know, I could myself. Cut it out, will you? Well, you know, it sounds like Margot.
How's it feel to be getting out, Mark?
Bloody marvellous. I tell you what, you won't see me back in this joint
Oh,
again.
they all say that.
I mean it. It's a mug's game, this.
Like gambling. The only losers are the punters and the crims. I'm staying right out of trouble.
Well, good for you, love. Hey, Sandy, what'd the governor say?
I'm getting out this morning. They've dropped the charges.
Terrific. The sooner you get out, the sooner you'll be able to start writing, eh?
Thanks for doing my hair for me, B.
Oh, that's okay, love. Got to have you looking a bit special for your bloke, eh?
I've got a bit of a problem, though, B.
What's up?
Well, you and me, we've had our differences, but we've always got on okay, right?
Yeah, so?
Well, you're the only one I trust.
What with?
It's me money that I made making the book. Well, I was going to smuggle it out with me, but if they're releasing her at the same time, they'll be going through us with flea cones.
Listen, you don't need to worry about her. Anything she's taking out is up here.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to take the risk after all the hard yakka I've put in. Will you look after it for me? We'll work out a way of getting it out later.
How much?
It's about $500.
Okay, hand it over.
All right, you women, get to work. Gaffney, Hamilton, to the reception for release procedure.
Sit, ladies.
See ya. Bye, Margaret. Take care, love.
Bye, Margot.
Oh,
Look after yourself.
Can you get moving?
There's Wayne. G'day, love. Is that your bloke? It's Gary. Wayne just got out of Pentridge a few months back. He's going straight now, too. Both of us are. I'll never eat porridge again as long as I live. Amen to that.
They'll be back. Oh, I don't think Sandra will be, but with Margot, it's a distinct possibility. Oh, she's in for a shock. That place her boyfriend's got's a real mess.
How do you know?
I called over there to deliver a message.
Why are you always running around after them?
Well, someone has to, and it was no trouble.
Thanks, Mrs. Morris, for everything. See you, Miss Bennett.
Try and keep out of trouble.
Don't worry, I will.
You still got your eyes shut, mate?
Uh-huh.
Whoop. Okay. Take a look around. Beats a Wentworth girls' finishing school, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's terrific, love.
It's all ours, mate. We can come and go as we please, leave the doors wide open.
It's a bit grubby.
Yeah, well, I haven't had a chance to clean it proper yet, what with my job and everything, but you'll be able to do something with it, won't you?
Furniture's grubby. That's the trouble with furnished places.
I bought it myself.
Oh, second-hand, is it?
Yeah. You can get some great bargains if you look around.
Yeah. It's terrific, love.
You don't like it, do you?
Of course I do. Guess I was just expecting a bit much.
It's only temporary. When I get a better job.
It'll be fine. Speaking of jobs, hadn't you better get going?
No, I told the foreman I was going to the quack. They're not expecting me till later. Hey, I can stay and have a couple with you.
No, you can't. I haven't seen you for 18 months. Bugger the tea.
Yeah. Yeah, bugger it.
Morning, Mrs. Davidson.
Good morning.
Thought I'd better let you know that Georgie's left for the hospital.
Yes, I know. I must congratulate you on getting her treatment so soon.
Oh, it was nothing to do with me, really. It was sheer good luck they had a bed empty and theatre space free.
Nevertheless, if it hadn't been for you, I doubt whether Georgie's deafness would have been discovered. She has a lot to thank you for.
All part of the job.
How is the job coming along? I understand you have quite a few new clients.
Yes. Well, the modern living course helped, but I'm afraid it's not going to hold their interest. I'm in danger of losing a few of them. You know, what I need is a new course. Something practical, which will give them proof of their having learned something.
Any ideas?
Well, yes. Some of them mentioned an interest in pottery, and I noticed there's a wheel in the recreation room. But they tell me it's not used seriously.
Well, no, we've never really had anyone who knew much about it. Do sit down.
Well, I did a short course once. I'm no expert, but I'd be willing to try. Would you mind if I had the wheel moved to the library?
Oh, no, not at all. I'll order in some clay for you.
No, that's okay.
No, leave it to me. I have a friendly supplier. It would be quicker.
Well, that'd be marvellous.
I could probably organise the use of a kiln for you, too.
Great. You're making my job easy.
Well, I want the classes to succeed, too, you know.
Well, I hope the women feel the same way.
Do you think if I took a more personal interest in the classes, it might stimulate the women's interest?
Well, perhaps. What did you have in mind?
Attending the classes myself.
Well, I don't know. It might be a bit of a damper. There's only one way I'd do it.
And how is that?
There'd have to be no distinction between you and the women. Once you enter the classes, you're no longer the governor, just Erica Davidson.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Morning, Miss Baxter.
Perhaps a shower, not that deep.
No. Well, in fact, after the op, you'll be asking all of us to talk in whispers until you get used to the level of sound again.
Yeah. Hey, Doc, this op's okay, isn't it?
Oh, of course it is. There's nothing to worry about. There's no abnormalities apart from the fixed ossicles. That's why we took those special x-rays.
Them tomo things.
Tomographs, that's right. You've got a good memory. We had to check for any other defects before the operation because of something called the perilymph gushes.
What?
Well, it's something that could lead to a total loss of hearing, but in your case...
What? You mean I could be stone deaf?
No, it doesn't apply in your case. You see, what we do is to take a tiny probe, insert it in your ear, and mobilise the small bones that have been seized up for all these years.
But there is a chance that I could be deaf as a post.
You've got as much chance of that as you have of winning a lottery.
Yeah, but what if something goes wrong?
Oh, come on. Look, I've done so many of these ops. No one's died on me yet.
Well, this didn't take long.
What is it?
Sandra Hamilton has her article in the paper. It'll have to go.
Oh, do you really think so? I mean, you read it.
Well, it's what I would expect.
Yes, well, I can't see the harm in letting it go through. It only causes bad feeling if you censor it.
I suppose you're right.
Well, we might as well take them then.
Oh. God, Lizzie, you look as if you could do with an early night.
Oh, Sir David Andrews and all his businesses and banking. God, it's boring. I reckon I'm going to give up them classes.
I don't blame you. Be good, though, if you got those pottery classes started.
Oh, come off it. You know how long it takes them to pull their finger out? It'll be weeks before it gets that organised.
He reckons old Davo says he can start tomorrow.
And what's he going to give us to work with? Plasticine.
Oh, beauty, Mrs. Amber. I've been so bored.
Well, there you are, ladies. Happy reading. I think you'll find something of interest on page 22.
Oh, Sandy's article.
Shh.
Bloody bitch.
What does she mean by that?
Bit up herself, isn't she?
Typical bloody journos. They twist everything around to suit themselves. Just have a look at it. How I took on Wentworth and lost. Bloody martyr. Get them put into Wentworth with all us violent criminals and evil bloody screws just to get a story. Gee, she's in here 3 weeks.
Yeah, and she hasn't even mentioned us once.
Too busy talking about herself too much. Look at all the trouble I went to get her off the hook. I should have let her rot.
G'day, love. Jesus, am I in the wrong place or what?
Cleans up all right, eh?
It's terrific.
I'll make you a cup of coffee?
No, I'll grab a beer.
Oh, Wayne, there isn't any. Sorry, love. I finished the rest at lunchtime. I was going to get some more this afternoon, but this bloke came around.
What bloke?
Rent collector. Said you was 2 months behind. I had to pay him a month to get him off our backs.
Yeah, well, I had to borrow some brass from Eric. You know, to pay for the furniture and the bond and stuff. And I thought I should pay him back first. He's a mate, you know.
Oh, why didn't you tell me?
I didn't want to worry you, love. You know, just getting out and everything.
You're all right, you know.
Yeah. Hey, you're not bad yourself. Listen, why don't you go and get yourself tarted up and I'll take you out? We'll have a fit at the chows or something. Paint the town red.
Oh, we haven't got the dough, love.
How much you got left?
About $20.
Well, I got 30. That's enough.
But we got to pay another month's rent.
No worries. Payday tomorrow. I've been working some overtime. We'll pay the buggers.
I don't know.
Look, kid. Trust me, will you? I'll look after you.
Well...
Go on, you mole. Go put on your best dress. We'll rip this joint apart.
Okay.
I thought it better not to censor the papers. I'm pretty certain they knew the story'd be in, but they also expected to see their names in print too.
Sometimes I don't think they'd recognise reality if it walked up and hit them on the nose. Why would Hamilton waste time on them?
Oh, I don't know. It's a fair assumption. Sandra did get herself in prison just to get a story.
Yes, but to feather her own nest, not to make that lot celebrities.
Afternoon, ladies.
Hi, Dave.
Afternoon.
The end of another mind-expanding session in the library.
How'd it go?
Oh, very well indeed. One paper aeroplane maker, 2 stun mullet, and a crossword puzzle expert.
Well, you can't say that you weren't warned about them.
No. Hopefully tomorrow's pottery course will ward off the boredom. Provided, of course, Mrs. Davidson's friend comes through with the supplies, as he promised.
Oh, yes, they'll be falling over each other to attend for 5 minutes.
Well, I don't know. Mrs. Davidson's presence could help.
What do you mean?
She signed on for the course.
You're joking. As a pupil?
Yes. Should be interesting.
Well, why would she do that?
Well, why not? I think it's a marvellous idea. It's an example to the women. She's not asking them to do anything she isn't prepared to do herself.
Well, they won't see it that way. She'll just be intruding.
No, there's something I insisted on. She's a pupil, the same as all of them.
Oh, it's ridiculous. Next she'll be helping out in the laundry.
Struth, where'd your mate pick up this heap of junk from? Pinch it.
What are you, cracked? Who'd pinch this?
Who'd buy it?
Hey, listen, why don't you hop out? Order us a couple of pints of juice. I'll park the heap up the road someplace.
It's a pleasure. It's not ours. You know, you go cross-eyed looking down your nose like that.
Geez, I had to park the car 2 blocks away. Pretty classy dump, huh?
Gives me the willies a bit. Why couldn't we just go down the local?
No way. Tonight, best of everything.
Bloody waiter gives me the creeps.
Now, you got to know how to handle them, mate. Hey, Luigi! It's a couple of pots, thanks.
Wayne, love, let's get out of here. It's too expensive. We can't afford to be in a place like this.
Will you let me worry about the brass? Haven't seen you for 18 months, so just want to spoil you a little bit, you know. Speaking of which, coming home present.
Jeez, what'd you do that for? Where'd you get this? Did you pull another job?
A mate came good with some dough he owed me, that's all.
Is it hot?
Of course not. I got a receipt and everything, the best jewelers in town.
I'm sorry, love. It's just, I want to put all that behind us, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Me too.
I'll get a job real soon. Then our money worries will be over.
Yeah, it should be sweet. Jeez. You better get that job quicker than you think. Beer's $2 a bloody glass in this joint.
How are you feeling, Georgina?
Here. I'm very well here.
The women are here, Mr. Andrews. I must say you've attracted quite a crowd. Even Burns has been wooed back.
Not a word I would have used, Miss Bennett, but nevertheless gratifying to hear. Will you show them in, please?
All right, you lot. Inside.
Hello, Doreen. Nice to see you here.
Yeah, I thought I'd just come along and see what it was all about, you know.
Good. Morning, ladies.
Morning.
Well, judging by the number of you here, pottery's going to be a popular course. Now, I don't profess to be an expert, but I have done a bit.
I bet you have. That's enough of that, Smith. Bring a bit in for me.
Thank you, Miss Bennett. I'll take over now.
I think I should stay under the circumstances.
Yes, well, as you can see, we've only got one wheel, so we'll all have to take turns at that.
Oh.
Now, with the rest of us, we'll start into building pinch pots.
What's a pinch?
Ladies, I'd like to introduce you to a new member of the class. Her name's Erica.
Now, what's the idea?
I want to learn pottery.
Look, I don't want to come the heavy about this, but I'd like to make it quite clear. During these lessons, no one gets special treatment. Do you understand that? Yes, Erica.
Mr. Andrews, before the lesson starts, could you please tell Miss Bennett the governor did not order an officer to be present?
Oh, good for you, Erica.
Daphne. Got your form?
Thought unemployment was bad.
You thought right.
Well, how come there's hardly anyone here?
You should be in here first thing in the morning. You can't move. No one hangs around here this long because all the best jobs are gone.
What about them advertised on the board over there?
Well, you'll probably find that they've all gone, but if you see something you want to try, give me the reference number and I'll look it up for you.
And what are the chances of me getting a job real soon?
Pretty slim, unless you're a brain surgeon. Why did you leave your last job?
My sentence was up.
Prison.
Yeah.
Yes, well, I'll put the form through for you. And you should get a check in about a fortnight.
Well, don't you want to know what I've done? What experience I've had?
Well, I'll take it down if you like. But it won't do you much good.
Try and keep your elbows on the wheel. That'll give you more balance.
Thank you.
Yep.
She's a good old sort, Davo, isn't she?
Yeah, fancy you just joining in like that.
It feels real creepy calling her Erica, though.
That's it for today, ladies.
Oh, what a shame. I was enjoying it.
It's very interesting, Lizzie.
Oh, that's a hoodoo doll. You stick pins in it.
You mean a voodoo doll? And I'm sorry to disappoint you, but once that's glazed and fired, you're going to find it pretty hard to stick a pin into.
Mine's gone all sloppy.
Yes. Use a little less water next time. That's not bad, Erica.
Oh, thank you.
Righto, ladies. I hope you all enjoyed this morning. Tomorrow we'll start making pots and coils. Thank you, Miss Bennett.
Okay. Oh, see you later, Erica.
Yes, see you tomorrow.
I think you were right. They really appreciated your joining in.
Well, I was thoroughly enjoying myself. Therapy for the boredom of administration.
G'day, Georgie. How you going?
Get it now, Mike.
What's the matter?
Shout.
What do you mean I always talk to you like this?
Yeah, well, you ain't got to now. I had my ears fixed.
You mean you couldn't hear before?
Did Dave Andrews tell you?
A teacher bloke? Oh, bloody raved on. I couldn't understand a word he said. All I got was that you were in here. Bloody deaf, eh?
Oh, shut your face.
No wonder you've been ripping the guts out of the boy.
Shut your face.
Oh.
What the bloody hell are you doing here?
It's a nice way to greet your mother. I thought I'd come and see how you were.
G'day, Mrs. Baxter. How's the, shop?
Those
Dave Andrews told you I was here.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't have thought to let me know, would you?
Why should I? You never cared what happened to me before.
And you haven't exactly been the loving daughter ever since I had you.
Happy families. Reminds me of when I was a kid. All the fellas at the pub said to say hello, Georgie.
Oh, great. Hey, down him a drink for me, will ya?
Oh, charming. If this is the sort of company you keep, it's no wonder you ended up where you are.
Oh, rack off your old bag. You never done nothing for me. I can choose my own friends.
Yeah, you can't talk. The only reason you haven't gone inside is because you make enough bread to pay off the pigs.
I don't have to stay and listen to this.
I don't want you came in the first place.
What's going on in here? I can hear the row halfway down the corridor.
I'm just leaving. I don't know why I thought that ungrateful brat would be pleased to see me.
Mrs. Baxter, I'm David Andrews. I spoke to you on the phone.
Oh, I shouldn't have bothered listening. Oh, and if you've got any other little schemes to brighten up poor Georgina's day, do me a favour. Don't tell me, huh?
Rack off.
Georgina needs a rest. You better go too.
Sure. Just splitting anyway. See ya, Fink.
Yeah. See ya.
See you, Doc. See you, Teach.
Mike.
And you settle down, young lady. I'm surprised you're not in pain after all that shouting. Not too long, eh?
I guess I owe you an apology.
Yeah, what'd you ask that old bag to come for anyway?
Well, I thought it might help.
Yeah, well, I knew there'd be a blue. There always is with her and me. I told ya.
Sorry. Perhaps I'd better get my ears tested as well, eh?
Yeah, maybe.
The doctor's pleased with the results of the op. Those tests they gave you this morning show that your hearing's really improved.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry if I was a bit of a rat bag before.
Oh, forget it. Now that we've got to the root of your problem, all we've got to do is clear up the other things. Like proving to everyone that you weren't stupid, just a bit deaf.
Yeah.
Well, I better be going.
Hey, Teach. Thanks a lot.
G'day, love. You're home early. No overtime today.
No.
It's the truth, I just spent $9 in that shop. There's hardly anything there.
How'd you go at the employment office?
Bloke there reckons I stood buckleys at getting a job.
And I reckon there's work around if you want it.
Yeah, should have stayed inside. I was doing all right running that book. It'll be a fortnight before my first cheque arrives. Thank God you're bringing something in.
Well, it ain't much.
Yeah, but it's something, isn't it? We're going to have to be real careful for a while.
Look, love, there's something I've got to tell you.
What?
I had a blue with a form in the Savo.
You never got the sack.
No, I walked out.
You stupid bugger. Don't worry, love. It's not the end of the world. It just means I'll have to get me money from bees sooner than I thought.
Margot!
Look, I know I'm not supposed to be here, Mrs. Morris, but I've got to see Bee.
Now, you know that's not allowed.
Couldn't you swing it, please? It's real important.
Well, you better tell me what it's about.
Oh, just need her advice, that's all.
Bees?
Yeah, well, she's got lots of ideas about things. See, I'm in a bit of a spot. I know it's just rotten luck, but Wayne went and lost his job and, well, we're broke. I've been to see about the doll, but it's going to take about 2 weeks.
How do you expect Bee to help?
Well, she might be able to tell me where I can get a job or something.
What about the money you left here with?
We had a few expenses.
Oh, there must be a way to cut through the red tape. Look, you leave it with me. I'll phone the CES and see if they can hurry things along.
Oh, that's terrific, thanks. But, could you still tell Bea I dropped by to see her?
All right. I'll be in touch.
Thanks, Mrs. Morris.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too. When morning goes around. Last night I dreamed we were together, sharing all the love we'd known, till I had to face the nightmare